Alright, I'm here on my career. I've seen there's a lot of people wanting astronauts. They're expensive. If you do career, we all know this. Um, I want to tell you how to build these a little bit and how to use them to your advantage. There is a trick I've learned through the years that you can do. Now, sometimes the game will drop you astronauts as a rescue mission. Um, just a thing, if you do this, get um, get build you one of these. Don't just rescue the astronaut. Capture the whole ship when you can, as soon as you can. You'll get some early in the game, of course, you'll just have to, but leave the ship, then go back and get the ship later whenever you can. Um, that thing right there, the advanced grabbing unit. As soon as you can, get that thing and put it on the front of your ship. Um, I even got a ship that's called. Of course, I built this a little bit later in the game also, but that's what it is. You can carry 3, 4, 5 astronauts, and that you don't even have to. If you can get a control unit that if you can get a control unit that'll you got the ship, you can rescue 5 people. Get 5. You can actually get 5 people. That's where your ultimate goal is. If you have space stations and they give you, like here, I haven't done some of these yet. Expand base station. Well, I had a couple space stations, even on a lander. It says have the facility support at least 25 Kerbals. They're expensive. Now, what you can do is that means you'd have to have 25 Kerbals. Now, let me go back to my crew. Of course, it's only 3. I'm going to get all of them out of there. I'm just going to go to the astronaut complex. As you can see, I have 93 assigned. Now, they're in various places. But what you can do is you can pull these assigned people from their units, from their stations or craft, and I just rescued her. That's why she has no credit. Now there's a couple videos on how to build this up. You need at least 3 in order to really be putting them out into space. Now, as you can see, I have 93, and it tells you right where they're at. Seat, heart, model, processing lab, minus base, base. What you can do is you build you a lander or build you a ship. When you build these things, build it big enough to go and get them or to bring them back. You understand what I'm saying? It does, once you put 10 people on that craft, there's 10 people on that, you get that credit. That's it. You get that. If you take 9 of them people off, it still considers that there's 9 people on that original station. You understand what I'm saying? So when you go back, if you have to expand that base, it still counts them 9 as the original people on that station. So if you had to have 5 to it, like if you had 15 on there and it says you have to have 20, you only need to put 5 people on that, even though there's only 1 astronaut really on it at that time. You understand what I'm talking about? It's kind of a little bit complicated, but it works. I'm telling you, it works. I've done it quite a few times. It still counts them 20 as the original, or them 15 as the original astronauts on that craft. Even though you took them off and used them somewhere else, and I'll go here and show you. I took all these ones here from 2 space stations and put this into orbit. it was another solar orbit. Now, in solar orbit, it's a little bit harder to bring them back. Usually, you get like a lot of years to do this, so you have enough time to go out and bring them back in, or build a craft that you can bring them back in if you have to. I try to, you get the where you can sit 4 astronauts or a crew pod or something. Once you get a crew pod, it'd be a lot easier to go and pick them up and then bring them back. So, of course, it's going to take a little bit of time to load here. My camera's not working. Sorry, it may be working. I just don't see it as it been on. Okay, let me get a lot of these off here. Maybe I'll just show you what I had. This is why it's taking such a long time to load. You're using your memory on your dang cards on these things. As you can see, I've been doing this a while. I've been doing Kerbal for a long time. Probably since it's almost started. I get into a very short period of time, and there wasn't much of a base either. So as you can see, though, even though I've been doing this quite some time, I don't have nothing out in here of these ones yet. I do have the Planet Expansion mod. I don't have nothing there. I got this one there. That was quite of a trip out there to that. You have to pull a trick when you do that. What you have to do is swing in close to the sun enough to make you an elongated orbit. Don't try to get out there on a what they call a curved orbit. You don't have enough time. You got to shrink that down and actually bring it in so you can do this. It helps. I'm just barely gonna have enough time to do this. And then when I get here, you got to make sure you got enough fuel to burn out. That's just for satellites. I mean, I got to put that in an orbit somewhere out here. But anyway, that's not what I was going for anyway. I don't know how I got off on another tangent. That's my dyslexia kicking in. I just want to find my seconds. Turn them all off, and then that's the one I need. Double click it, and I'll go right to it. Or you can click fly down here. It doesn't really matter. Oh, I just centered it. Then that's the one I want. I got a maneuver node out here to bring this out to. But that's going to happen some more time. If you're doing career mode, by the way, I'm not saying you have to, but you have to get the mod Kerbal alarm clock. Please get it. If you're doing, or some sort of a timing system, if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to do career very well. But astronauts are expensive. Ships ain't too bad to build them. If you build them right, you can build them relatively cheaper than that. Of course, trying to recover everything. Try to make everything so you can land it. Of course, I just now got the stuff for the recovery. For Falcon, like the Falcon does. And when you can do that, that really cuts down back on the cost. I had one that I had really a lot of stuff in, and it was really far in it, and it crashed, and I never was able to bring it back up. Of course, that's just Kerbal. Now this here may explode. So they have a tendency of doing that once you get further into the game. So if I can, I don't know if I want to save that or not. Okay. See, I got see this thing here? I built that on there. Or you can take it out, launch this whole unit here, then bring this one here out. But I was able to actually launch this. No, I wasn't. No, not this one, I wasn't. But once you get attached to the ship, you see, so see, I got these 2 people here left on here. That's it. Is this the one? Is this solar orbit? Which one is this? I think this is just one here. That's one. I wanted 2. What am I doing? See, I had. So I even got that. That's what it did. This is the one I had to come out and get. It took me a year to get out of here. And a year to get back. It's 2 years off my time. But don't worry. You can fast when you start going fast to catch up to stuff like 15 or 20 days or 30 days. Just to catch up as fast. But let me get this off of this. As I said, the more you... Let's see, where is that one? Where's that? Here's that one. Oh, here it is. Now I'm gonna have to make another year trip out here to this one, or 2-year trip out to this one, and to get it back. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going. That's what I came on here for, was to build a ship, or to bring these people back. Getting to these things ain't easy. You have to. I'm gonna say, I got mech jab here too, because trying to capture these ships in a big solar orbit's not easy. It's just better if you let mech jab do it for you. Rendezvous. The idea is I always make it smaller, like that station. I make the orbit smaller. You know, you go inward toward the sun, you make it smaller, and that way it's not too far. But you kind of, let's see, you guys know how to do it. If you're doing this, you know how to do that and stuff. It's going to take a time and a half and a year and a half to load. Okay, I need to fix my solar panels. They're crashing together. I didn't realize that. Okay, now I don't have a ship on this. So I thought I'm gonna have to get that ship out here and attach it to come out here and get this and take, or it might be able to, I'll find out what's going to take the less time to undock that one over here on that ship and bring it over to this one, or to send out another whole ship. That's in your career. But astronauts are expensive. So see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, the only problem is, what you want to do is you want these people in here on this to be doing science on this, where you're bringing your other ship out. They get credit for it. You understand? Okay, that's all you need to do. That's how you can get extra astronauts. Once you get your science done on this, then of course when you do get a couple extra people, you send a small ship out here and start loading this back up. But astronauts are expensive, and that's how I've kind of like cut around the corner on this. And like, you know, if they're on the moon, land on the moon, or it's a lot easier to go get them there. Of course, it's just time consuming, but you actually save a lot of money. Delta, I should say. It's Delta. So it's Delta. You save a ton of Delta. So that's just it. I'm not going to go through take you how to do it. You should know how to transfer astronauts by now. Land it beside it and move the astronauts over. You can actually use that grabber and put it on the ship and roll it in there, or get up there, connect them, and separate them. You know how to do that. So I'm not going to go into that. But that's it. That's how you can save money on these expensive astronauts. I got 3 and I need 5. And I'm going to wait a couple more rounds. I'm going to see what I need to do and wait a couple more rounds just to do that. And I find it hard for some reason to keep science up on these ones. Mainly it's because I buy everything as I go along. I usually put this off though. These 2 here, I put these off until later on. But I didn't realize that one thing I needed was these. I should have got these before I got a lot of this stuff. So I gotta answer the phone, so goodbye. Hello?